right? And they say, why are you forcing your opinions on other people? I'm not forcing my opinions. You can unfollow.
Yeah.
You're following me. How can I force my opinions? And if I was forcing my opinion on you, what difference would it make to you? If your faith is strong, it makes no difference. Right. So what are you worried about? I told you the famous one. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, so shut up about your atheism. And that just sums it up, really. It's that's you know, it's very strange that you can't. You know, and I'm not trying to change anyone's opinion. I couldn't care less. If you believe it. I really couldn't.
You're just giving yours.
Unless it affects me. Some things do. And that's the other thing I say. For somebody who doesn't believe in God, why do you care so much? Well, I don't care about God. He doesn't exist. I care about the people who think he exists and want to stone me to death for being an atheist. That's what I care about. How it affects me and other people.
Yeah.
But I suppose the one thing I do think that why you should say that is that there are still people who are really oppressed for not believing in a God or the right God, and you want to let them know that they're not abnormal. There's nothing wrong with them. There's just no, you know, there are 12-year-old kids who are told that if they don't believe in God, they'll go to hell, and you want to tell them you won't go to hell. Just believe what you want.
Were you ever religious, even as a child?
Yeah.
So you were brought up with that. What was the was there a thing, an instance where you said, "Fuck this"?
I mean, I think that I liked Jesus more than God. Really, I liked him because he was a man.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
I liked him. Yeah. He was kind and he was a hero and he helped the poor and I sort of, you know, he was great. And the half God thing was fine, but I didn't quite understand it. I thought there was a God, and you got to realise, to a working class mum, Jesus is like an unpaid babysitter. You know, if I can't watch you, Jesus is watching you. So that's the thing. I thought it was great. And you know, I went to Sunday school and I was drawing something from the Bible, like for Bible studies. And my brother came in. He was like 11 years older than me, so I was about 8. So he was like 19. And he said, "Why do you believe in God?" And my mum went, "Bob."
Oh no, she
and I
knew.
I knew from that moment.
It was a Santa Claus moment.
Yeah. That she didn't want him to tell me something. Why wouldn't she want me to tell me something? This is the discussion. She's got something to hide. You know, and she, you know, they also thought that in those days religion sort of mugged morality and goodness, and so you taught that, you know, if you just believed in God, you were a good person. You know, so that's why she was doing it. And then I thought about it for about an hour. Of course.
At that young age.
There's all the different gods, there's all different
But did
religions.
Bob ever tell you?
There's no consistency. Yeah. Nature's consistent. Nature is consistent, you know? And I know I've made my own mind up. And I was an atheist from about 8 years old.
But did Bob ever tell you? What he was going to tell you?
No. He just. That's all he had to do.
Wow,
that's all he had
I would love
do.
to know what it was, though.
Yeah, well, he was going to say, "Why do you believe?" All he was saying was, "Why do you believe?" He wanted me to think for myself.
Gotcha.
And she didn't want me to.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I worked it out. I just worked it out from.
Did you feel bad? Did you feel abandoned? Did you feel anything?
No, I felt liberated. I thought, this is amazing.
Really?
I thought, this is amazing. This is incredible. And then I had one lapse. I remember. And I was staunch atheist, and I loved the world, and I thought, this is amazing. Everything makes sense now. Everything makes sense now. If you don't have to, all these conflicts and all these contradictions and all the different gods and all the different heavens and all the weird beliefs, and you know, nature is consistent everywhere you go. It doesn't matter where you were born, who your parents were. Nature and physics and maths are consistent the world over and will be forever and ever. Okay. But I was studying for an exam when I was about 15, and there's this flower, right, that's got a little lever that when the bee comes and lands on it, the stamen comes down and touches a bit of pollen on the bee, then goes to another flower and the female comes down. And I understood evolution, and I had a crisis, and I locked myself in my bedroom, and I was going, oh my God, how can that, and I just calmed down, and I worked out, I go, okay, yeah, of course, natural selection, and I worked through it again, and I came out, and I was fine. But I think that's what some people have. They think they can't. Everything's too perfect because they can't understand. They give evolution a will. They give natural selection a will, like that was aiming at something.
So you were looking at that and thinking, well, this has to be some kind of divine intervention.
Yeah, because it shocked me. It caught me unawares, and I think I was stressed. And
what are the odds that this is going to work like this without some kind of...
And because it works, it works when you like everything else. It took 1 billion years.
Yeah.
And slowly, it just happened.
You also
Like
got to think of all the things that don't work that we don't see because
course.
they're not there.
99
Because they didn't work.
99% of all animal species that ever existed are now extinct.
Right.
So this 5 million plus species, including some insects we don't even know now, that is 1%. That is 1%.
Like the rabbit on crutches never made it.
Exactly,
That was
yeah.
one that just didn't quite